Imagine waking up tomorrow morning and, for the first time in a long time, giving yourself permission to begin again. A clean slate, a quiet reset, no matter what happened yesterday. What if I told you that one of the most powerful men in history believed that this simple decision, this inner choice, was the key to peace? That man was Marcus Aurelius.
Before he was remembered as a Roman emperor, before he was known as a Stoic philosopher, he was a human being facing chaos, betrayal, war, disease, and the daily frustrations we all experience. And yet, he believed we always have one thing, one unshakable power, the power to choose our response. Life is full of challenges. From something as small as a delayed bus, to an unnecessary argument with a friend, to serious problems at work. Marcus taught that in these moments, instead of complaining or surrendering to anger, we must remind ourselves we are responsible only for our reaction, not for what happens in the world. Imagine standing in line at a bank. The person in front of you is painfully slow. You have a choice. You can become irritated and restless, or you can tell yourself, this moment is part of life. I will pass through it calmly. In his book, Meditations, Marcus wrote that the mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant in it will grow. If you plant seeds of patience and constructive thinking, you become stronger and calmer day by day. If you plant resentment and anger, that is what will grow instead. So the first step toward happiness is simple yet powerful. Every morning, ask yourself, how can I respond better today? Slowly, you begin to feel that your life is back in your hands. Your sense of satisfaction grows. Remember this, no one is perfect. The goal is not perfection. The goal is to be slightly better than yesterday, just a little, every day. Marcus Aurelius was born in 121 AD in Rome. In 16 AD, after years of intense education and preparation, he became emperor and ruled for nearly 2 decades over the vast Roman Empire. But what truly distinguished him was not military victories or political power. It was his depth of reflection. During his reign, Rome faced wars, plagues, internal betrayals, and constant instability. Instead of collapsing into despair, Marcus turned inward. He began writing private reflections to guide himself. Those personal notes later became meditations, a timeless source of strength and clarity for millions of people. He believed that happiness and a good life have nothing to do with status or wealth. They are rooted in the mind, in how we interpret and respond to events. He trained himself daily to think clearly, to regulate his emotions, and to improve, even in the middle of chaos. One of his most famous ideas is this: in life, only one thing is fully under your control: your mind. We spend so much energy trying to control everything: other people's behavior, the weather, the economy, outcomes. But when it rains and ruins our plans, when someone speaks badly about us, we try to change the world. In reality, we can only control ourselves. Imagine planning a hiking trip. Suddenly, a storm hits. You have 2 choices: ruin your entire day with frustration, or adapt your plan. Stay indoors, talk with friends, watch a film, and still create a meaningful day. When you accept that many things are outside your control, you stop wasting energy fighting reality. Instead, you focus on what truly belongs to you: your decisions, your reactions, your perspective. Even as emperor, when Marcus faced enemy invasions or political conspiracies, he reminded himself, I cannot stop events from occurring, but I can choose how to face them. This is freedom. letting go of anxiety about what you cannot control and investing your energy in building your character instead. If you seek a better life, practice releasing a portion of your daily worries. Accept that not everything will unfold according to your desires. What you control, fully and completely, is your response and your thinking. Another essential lesson Marcus taught is learning to live in the present moment. We constantly dwell on the past, replaying mistakes, feeding regrets, or we fear the future, creating stress about events that haven't even happened. Marcus insisted, the only thing you truly possess is this moment. You cannot rewrite the past. The future has not yet arrived. Happiness exists only now. Imagine sitting in a cafe with friends, but your mind is trapped in an email you must answer tomorrow or an argument from last week. You are physically present, but mentally absent, and so you miss the joy of the moment. Train your mind. When drinking coffee, focus on its warmth and taste. When walking, notice your breath and the sound of your steps. Marcus wrote that when he woke each morning, he reminded himself, "Today I may meet difficult people, ungrateful people, arrogant people." By expecting challenges, he was no longer shocked by them. He simply experienced the moment and let it pass. This mindset creates resilience. Even in hardship, you feel steadier, less regret, less anxiety, because all that exists is now. Take a few minutes each day to practice presence.
Turn off the television while eating. Put your phone away. Feel the taste and texture of your food. This small exercise gradually calms the mind and elevates the quality of your life. Marcus also warned against quick judgment. When we encounter people or situations, we instinctively label them. He's rude. This is unfair. I'm unlucky. But Marcus advised, understand first. Judge later, if you must. Imagine your boss speaks coldly to you. You assume they are angry with you, but perhaps they are struggling with a personal problem. Marcus reminded us that we rarely know the full story behind someone's behavior, so give others and yourself space before forming conclusions. This approach protects your peace and strengthens your relationships. In traffic, someone cuts you off. Your immediate reaction might be anger, but pause. Maybe they are rushing to a hospital. Maybe something urgent happened. The moment you expand your perspective, your mind softens. Many events and behaviors are not about you. When you realize this, your heart opens. Stress, anger, and resentment begin to fade. Let's be honest, no one lives without difficulty. Even as emperor, Marcus endured wars, betrayal, illness, and the loss of loved ones. His life looked powerful from the outside, but internally, he faced immense pain. The difference was this: he saw hardship as natural, even necessary. He wrote that just as a tree grows stronger against strong winds, a human being becomes stronger through adversity. If someone at work speaks badly about you, instead of letting it destroy your day, ask yourself, can I respond differently? Can I practice patience? Marcus believed that no external event can steal your happiness unless you allow it. Hardships do not come to break you, they come to shape you. The next time you face a problem, instead of blaming the world or seeing yourself as a victim, step back. Consider that this may be part of your path, a chance to grow stronger. Gradually, you'll realize that even in the most difficult moments, hope and calm are still available. Acceptance does not mean weakness, it means power. Happiness is not the absence of storms. It is finding your calm in the middle of the storm, knowing it will pass. Marcus also emphasized something many people misunderstand about happiness. It is not only personal success or wealth. A large part of fulfillment comes from serving others. He believed human beings are social by nature. We are created to support one another.
Imagine feeling low, drained, unmotivated.
Now, imagine doing a small act of kindness, calling a friend who is struggling, helping someone carry their bags, offering sincere encouragement. Something shifts inside you. Marcus wrote that we are made for cooperation, like hands or feet working together. When separated, we are weaker. When united, we achieve greatness. There is even a story that once a servant made a serious mistake, and people expected Marcus to react with anger.
Instead, he responded with calm instruction and dignity. He corrected the mistake without humiliating the person. His strength was expressed through compassion. True power lies in understanding, not domination. Even small acts of kindness create large ripples. Helping someone on the street, responding with patience instead of revenge. These actions transform not only others, but you.
Marcus warned that without virtue and kindness, even success feels empty. Many achieve their goals yet feel hollow inside. Happiness deepens when you contribute goodness to the world around you. Before sleeping, reflect, whom did I help today? Even something small matters. Notice how this reflection changes your inner state. Another powerful teaching from Marcus Aurelius is detachment from what does not belong to your true self.
He believed we should attach ourselves only to our character and reason. Imagine losing your job or ending an important relationship. The initial reaction is pain, fear, despair. But Marcus taught that no external event can reduce your intrinsic worth. When you understand this, you experience a deeper freedom. If a friend becomes distant or a colleague behaves unfairly, mental freedom means you do not allow their actions to define your value.
Many people sacrifice their peace and principles to achieve success. Marcus believed a truly happy person maintains integrity even amid failure. Everything else is a form of mental slavery. Practice this. Whenever something happens beyond your control and triggers anxiety, pause. Ask yourself, is this worth disturbing my peace? Then observe whether you can release it.
With repetition, you'll notice that many things that once consumed your mind no longer carry the same weight. You begin to live lighter. Think about social media. Scrolling endlessly, comparing your life to others' vacations, cars, achievements. You feel inadequate. Marcus would say, the greatest victory is conquering yourself, not others. Freedom means choosing not to let comparison control your emotions.
Your life is measured only against who you were yesterday. Even freedom from past fears works the same way. Thoughts that steal your sleep, worries about the future. When you observe them without attachment and let them pass, you begin to experience a lightness no wealth can buy. In the end, true happiness is freedom. The freedom to choose your thoughts, to choose your response,
To decide what stays in your mind and what you release. This is the lesson Marcus Aurelius discovered after years of responsibility, war, and reflection. To be free is not to fight the world endlessly. It is to master your own mind, to calm your thoughts, to attach yourself only to what truly matters. And when you understand this, you realize profound.
Reality is shaped less by what happens to you and more by the meaning you give it.